I'm back with another review and I'm really excited about it because it's cold brew coffee. If you don't know what cold brew is, your traditional like hot brewed coffee is like you use hot water and you brew it, and then if you want to make iced coffee, then you pour it over ice and then it gets nice and cold, yada yada yada. Cold brew is just when the beans are soaked, from what I read, to be for a minimum of 12 hours, and then that's where the taste and everything is extracted just through cold water, and then you can actually drink it on ice, so like an iced cold brew, or you can then heat that coffee up if you prefer it hot but prefer a cold brew. It's supposed to have more caffeine than a regular brewed coffee, so then it would also have more caffeine than an iced coffee, and it is supposed to have less bitterness and a more smooth, easy to stomach flavor. What I did was I loaded up an Instacart from Superstore. I only added the black ones, so unsweetened and no added any sort of milk, so no almond milk, no regular milk or anything in them, so just unsweetened black cold brew. Today I'm going to try the Kicking Horse coffee. This is the Smartass Bright, so I'm going to try it just black first. I'm going to do this with all of them. I'm going to try it black, and then I'm probably going to finish it off with milk and try it both ways. So this one's 296 milliliters. Oh, it smells really good. Oh, that's weird. Bright, indeed. Oh. Oh, I don't care for it. Yeah, I don't care for it. It's almost like it is bright. That's a good descriptive word for it. It's kind of light roast tasting, maybe, with like, it's like acidic almost. I'm gonna try this with some milk. Yeah, the milk doesn't really help. Oh, preliminary rating, because this is the first one I've been compared it to anything else, I'd give this a 2 out of 5. Or like a 1 out of 5. Update. It's so bad. I'm not going to finish drinking it. That's all I drink. I can't. It like makes me gag. I'm dropping this to a 1 out of 5. Or like a 0, I guess. So this is another Kicking Horse. This one is Kick-Ass Bold. Let's try it out. Oh, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. It still has a bit of a weird acidity to it, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this is definitely better. I'm going to go add the milk and ice to it, see what it's like. So much better. Oh, that's really good. I would give this one, based on just taste, especially in comparison to the other one, I'd say like a 3.5 or a 4 out of 5. What did you think of the first coffee?
The first coffee I thought tasted like liquor. Maybe that's because I haven't had any in a while and I'm craving it. But that's how it tasted to me. And now we're going to see how this one tastes. It came in a can too, and that I don't get. Yeah, see, these things to me are like IPA beers where people are trying to like reinvent the wheel and they just like add in stuff and it just like tastes like crap.
But do you think this one's better or worse than the other one?
I don't think it's better or worse. I think it's the same. I wouldn't drink that.
Okay.
I'd actually add sugar to it. It's bitter, like really bitter.
Oh, maybe that's the word. I couldn't think of a word. I was describing it as acidic.
No, it's bitter.
Oh, okay.
Like,
thank you. Today's cold brew is station cold brew. New Orleans style. New Orleans style, New Orleans style. Coffee, cold brew. Organic. This is another organic one. Oh, nitrogen infused. Oh, shake well, pour hard, fuel up. I did not shake yesterday's. For some reason, I feel like I couldn't shake this because it is in a can, and canned things for me are typically carbonated. Weird. But okay. Let's do it. I should have waited after I shook it. See, my instincts were right. Oh my god. Weird. Weird. Okay, it's like spilling everywhere. Okay. It's very mild tasting. It tastes like it's watered down. It's like you don't even taste anything at first. You kind of taste more of an aftertaste. Very strange. I'm gonna do what I did with the last ones. I'm going to drink this how I normally would, which would be adding milk to it. I drink my hot coffee black, cannot have milk in it. But my cold brews and iced coffees, I prefer to have milk. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this is definitely lighter. I'd say this is the lightest one so far. Like you can see right through there. It definitely, like, it looks watered down. I wouldn't buy it again. Absolutely not. If you aren't a fan of strong coffee taste, then this would be perfect for you. Like, the taste is fine, it's just not strong. I give it, I guess, a 2 in that case. It's not for me. Today I'm going to be trying 2 different kinds of cold brew because these are the same, I realized, except one is their organics line, the President's Choice Organics, and then this one isn't. So I'm going to see if you can even taste the difference. It says to shake well. These are the first ones I'm trying that are not out of a can. They look the exact same. This is the non-organic one. Yeah, definitely bold, dark roast. I really like that. I could drink that just plain. It's nice and smooth. Really, really good. Now, to see if it tastes different than the organics. I don't think so. Babe, do you want to try a sip of each and see if you can taste which one's organic or if they're the same? So taste that one.
Yeah, so this is the non-organic one. Ooh.
Get you on there.
Well, that one has a less intense beginning but same aftertaste.
Okay, so I tricked you. So this is the non-organic one. The organic one was first.
Okay.
Do you really taste a difference?
Well, the organic one comes on stronger, that one doesn't. But they taste the same to me.
Oh, you're 100% right. I prefer this one. I feel like it's a little bit like smoother, whereas this one reminds me of that tangy one.
Yeah, it's just like right away it starts and it's like, oh.
So there is a little bit of a difference. All right, I'm gonna add milk and see. Yeah, the more I drink it, the more I notice a difference, and I prefer the non-organic taste better. This one just kind of like zaps the tongue a bit in a way I don't care for. It's that same kind of, I guess, bitter, is that the word you use to describe? Yeah, that same bitterness as that Kicking Horse bright one. Yeah, it would benefit from being sweetened. Whereas this one is like, oh, that's nice and smooth. Out of these two, this is the winner. There is a difference in taste. I would give this one like a 2.5, whereas this one I'd give like a 3.5, 4. Like it's really good. I didn't include this in the original lineup. I actually thought that this was going to be the same as this one, so I was like, oh, let's open a little one instead. Because this one I actually regularly do drink from Superstore. So this is a President's Choice 100% Colombian cold brew, but this is a smooth medium roast, and this I absolutely love. I'm gonna try this one at the end just because I've had this one the most, and then that way I can see if it's still like the classic go-to or if I like a different one better. So this will be a little bonus at the end. So it's the day I've been waiting for. This is the final day, the final review day. I've been wanting to try this one. I saved it for last. I'm a sucker for packaging, and this it just appeals to me. I love it. Look at how cute it is. Okay, so this one is stock, I believe, cold brew coffee. So this one says it's a 10-hour brew. I thought it was supposed to be brewed for 12 hours, but who am I to tell them any differently? Maybe 10 hours gives them the perfect taste. Okay, so just like a little bit more of like a fun fact about cold brews. So there's a higher ratio of coffee beans to water than typical hot brewing. Maybe that's why there's more caffeine. The moment of truth. Please don't let me down. It's a little bit disappointing because the flavor isn't that strong. It has a nice flavor, but it isn't that strong. It's super easy to drink. This one is the smoothest, like by far the smoothest. They probably could have used those extra 2 hours. So there is one more cold brew that I can find, again, like of the like black and unsweetened, from Superstore. And I thought that this was the same as the other President's Choice one, which is why I didn't include this in the original lineup. But this one is actually a smooth medium roast, whereas the other one's a dark roast. So this is the one I'm used to. I'm going to, and I really like this one. It's really good. You can only get this one in the little bottles though, and I've only been able to find them individually. Like, why can't you get a pack? Or why doesn't this come in the jug? You know what I mean? Okay. Okay, I think I have my final verdict. I'm gonna add milk to this one, just to see. Okay. It's very nice. Kind of tastes like I'm drinking milk though. After all of this, my number one is this original little guy. It's so good. So President's Choice smooth medium roast. It is so good. It has a nice flavor. It's not overly bitter. It's not acidic. It doesn't leave a weird aftertaste. It's just really, really good. I wish that they had this in the jugs. Maybe they do. I couldn't find it online. So good. And that's my final verdict. Like, this one gets a 4.5. I haven't found my perfect coffee yet. My perfect coffee is probably from Starbucks. Just being honest. Speaking of Starbucks, another kind of coffee I have is an iced coffee. So this is not a cold brew, but this is something that I keep stocked in the fridge regularly. When my husband goes to Costco, I make him hunt it down. And that's this. So this is Starbucks iced coffee medium roast. And you just keep these in the fridge. It comes in a pack of 2 for $10. They don't have these at Superstore. I want this in this at Superstore. So, Superstore, can you make it happen for me, please? So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you go and try some cold brew and then let me know what you think, because if you have any other recommendations for like bottles of cold brew so I can stock up my fridge, I'd appreciate it. I know that you can make your own. Stay tuned, because there's going to be another review coming very soon with my husband on something that's been super hyped up.